Wow, I am looking forward to tuck into this. Oh yes, this is looking good, smelling good. This is rich, lovely, subtle spice. It's so flavoursome, absolutely delicious. Oh, those flowers are beautiful, grown in the garden. That makes me feel very proud. Never would I have expected to be so proud about growing flowers in my garden, or growing at all, but actually that's got something to do with today's video. This video is about anti-inflammatory practices that you can incorporate into your life. And it's not just about food or any fancy foods even. It's more about just mindful activities, things that make you feel good. You know, being in the kitchen for me is something that really calms me, is naturally good for my well-being. So coupling that activity that I love with making delicious foods that aren't processed, that have all the goodness, have a variety of different colors and flavors in them, are gonna be good for you, and they're gonna make you feel better and make you not feel inflamed. So whether you've been asked to eat more anti-inflammatory meals for a particular health reason, or you just want to eat more healthily for, you know, longevity, then this video may help you today. We're going to be making a delicious main meal. This is my shiitake kidney bean chili hot pot. It's one from my new cookbook. I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious pumpkin seed apricot bars. They're energy bars that are packed with some incredible ingredients that will make you feel good, but they also taste delicious too. And then I'll show you how to make a delicious tea that is packed full of some magical, historically used anti-inflammatory ingredients. They're so quick to make, and that for me is one of my favorite things as well, is making herbal infusions and teas to combat various ailments. And if you want more on that kind of thing, I've made a whole video on that. But we're going to get straight into the main family meal first. That shiitake chili hot pot from my cookbook. It's absolutely delicious. The first thing I've got to do is prepare a base of some lovely homegrown onions and some garlic and some chili. Oh, there's nothing better than the smell of onions and garlic frying in the saucepan, but actually there's many compounds in both the onion and the garlic and the chili that have anti-inflammatory properties. But what I think is the take home from this is that the more cooking you do from scratch at home, the more naturally healthier your meals will be. So try to skip the ready meals, try to skip the takeout food, the processed food. Start cooking from scratch more. You see every ingredient that goes into it, and you have the power to choose healthier ingredients over others. Oh, yes. Now, I think a lot of the reasons why people don't cook from scratch is, of course, time. And I understand that is precious, but this recipe can be made from meal prep. So you can make it at the start of the week and eat it throughout the week if you like. Talking of all things wellness and mental well-being, I need to introduce you to Opera Air. Opera Air is a browser which has been designed with mindfulness in mind. The layout is clean and uncluttered, which makes it so much easier to stay focused and not get overwhelmed. One of the features I found genuinely helpful is called the Take a Break feature. It's built right into the browser and gently reminds you to take mindful breaks throughout the day. Like a breathing exercise or a short stretch or even a simple body scan, it really helps with staying grounded and avoiding burnout when I have a long day of computer work ahead of me. You can easily activate it, just press Command K. And my favorite is the neck stretch. You know, after being at your computer hunched over, it's really good to do a little stretch, and this just encourages you to do it. It makes you feel more human. There's also a feature called Boost that gives you 20+ relaxing soundscapes to help you concentrate or wind down. I've been putting them on in the background while I'm working on my laptop whilst being away from my lovely garden and my kitchen. This is also really easy to activate, you just have to press Command B. Many of these sounds are super therapeutic and relaxing, and I think it's really important that we do spend the time to listen to nice sounds or do these kinds of exercises when we're working in quite an unnatural environment, being on our computers. So this sounds beautiful to me. You also get a daily quote when you open a new tab. It's just a small thing, but it's a nice pause. It's a reminder to breathe, to reset, and go into your time online with the right mindset. So for anyone like me that needs a sense of peace in this digital world, this is a great thoughtful alternative browser that you can use right now. And if you want to give it a go, you can click the pinned comment underneath this video or the link in my description. Thank you so much to Opera Air for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to this recipe. The next stage is to incorporate some incredible spices, starting with some mild chili powder. In my case today, I'm using some cayenne pepper. This pepper is famed for its health benefits. I'm also going to add some sweet smoked paprika for the smokiness, and then some ground cumin, a teaspoon of my favorite fennel seeds, and a little dried oregano. Many of these spices have strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, so it's great to stock up on your herbs and spices. This smells absolutely beautiful. Now if you don't like spice, then just take out the chili or use a little bit less, or just use sweet smoked paprika. That's the thing about recipes, you don't have to follow them like they are the gospel. You can incorporate different ingredients if you like. You've got to let the spices toast though, so I'm going to let this cook away a couple of minutes before getting some tomato puree in, which is going to add some deep, rich flavour. And then also, we're going to add the shiitake mushrooms. Now, if you don't like mushrooms, I promise you, you will like them like this, so just stay tuned for how it turns out. Now the exciting part, is time to add the mushrooms. I'm using shiitake mushrooms in this recipe. These have such a deep, rich flavour, and I actually showed you how you can grow them using logs at home. Just by clicking this video up here, you'll be able to watch it. But I've actually got a whole video coming out on growing mushrooms very soon in buckets like this. Look at that, that is a pink oyster mushroom. We won't be cooking that today, I just wanted to show you what's to come, so subscribe to the channel. What I'm going to do with these mushrooms to get the best flavour out of them is tear them into chunks, get them in the pan, let them cook down, let them release their moisture, and let that liquid then evaporate so that it causes a beautiful caramelization onto each piece. That will add depth, rich, delicious flavour. They are looking really good now. The next thing I'm going to add is a can of red kidney beans. Usually I would cook all of my beans at home from scratch, dried beans that is. It's a lot cheaper and more affordable. But today, just for you guys to show how simple this can be, I'm going to use a convenient can of organic red kidney beans. And you will notice there's no meat or fish in this recipe at all. I think adding an occasional meat-free meal to your weekly plan is only going to help you add more variety to your diet and your lifestyle. So that's only going to be good for your body. Let's get these in with the water actually. So adding the liquid as well as the beans is a great way to not have to add extra ingredients like tomatoes or water or stock. As long as the beans are in water, not a salted brine or vinegar or anything like that, then it's okay to add the liquid along with the beans. For seasoning, I'm going to add some salt, tamari, which is like a soy sauce, plus some bay leaf and some cinnamon. So the shiitakes and the red kidney beans are powerhouses of nutrition, really are. The mushrooms contain compounds and antioxidants that support your immune health and will reduce inflammation. And kidney beans, high in fiber, high in antioxidants. The fiber will help with your gut health, which is tightly linked to inflammation. We all should be eating more beans on a daily basis, in my opinion. The mix bubbles away now for about 15 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll preheat my oven and I'm going to finally slice some potato to top this lovely shiitake chili hot pot with. So, although the hot pot could be served on its own, I'm going to serve it with some of my homegrown kale. It's spring now, so things are jumping into life, and this kale has been feeding me actually most of the winter, which is great. So I'm going to pick the last of these kale plants here. That's going to be a nice side, but whenever I serve up my food, I always have to make sure I've got some leafy greens along with it, whether that's in a form of a salad or my kale or broccoli or cabbage, whatever I can really get on the plate that's packed with micronutrients and all that deliciousness. I've been going on about this on my YouTube channel for ages. If you want to cook your vegetables properly, then you need to get or invest in one of these steaming baskets. They're so cheap, you get them from your local Asian supermarket or online, and this is the best way to preserve all the goodness that's inside veg and keep a close eye on it. When you cook vegetables in water and you boil them, the goodness leaches out into the water and you lose a lot of it. When you steam it, it's contained within the vegetable still. For kale, it takes around 2 to 3 minutes to be cooked for me, and that's it. Perfectly cooked kale or any vegetable in bamboo steaming baskets. Yes, look at that lovely vibrant colour. That's how your kale should look. None of that boiling stuff. And you know, I actually use these steaming baskets as a microwave. I don't own a microwave, and maybe for reasons that you actually wouldn't expect, but maybe I'll talk about that in a future video. But you can actually cook food or heat food up in these baskets just like you would a microwave, and it doesn't take long either. And the house smells amazing. The hot pot is ready. Oh yes, hot pot. Wow, yes, this is lovely. I like putting it straight on the dinner table and diving in. Oh, I am looking forward to tuck into this. Let's go in. Oh yes, this is looking good, smelling good. Get a bit of everything on here. Those mushrooms have become so meaty. I know that's a common phrase thrown around, but cooked in almost 2 ways, in the pan and then in the oven, they've really become meaty. Absolutely delicious. There's a lovely subtle spice and a smokiness in there, and you've got that lovely potato on top. Now, if you wanted to make this even healthier, you can swap out the white potato for some sweet potato or some courgette or even tomatoes on top. I'm only using these because I'm using them up, the last of my winter potato harvest. So let's have a little bit more of this.
It's so flavoursome, absolutely delicious. I'm so happy with this. There's definitely some rich flavours in there thanks to the shiitake. So this is the hot pot from the cookbook. Please pre-order it now. Another recipe from the cookbook is what I'm going to show you next, and these are incredible. Pumpkin seed and apricot energy bars. Check this out. I think pumpkin seeds just do not get enough love, and that's why I made this recipe. It's from my new cookbook, Plant to Plate. These are my pumpkin seed and apricot energy bars. Great for before the gym or as just a healthy snack to get you through the day. Now, pumpkin seeds are underrated. We should be eating way more of them, particularly guys. I'm a guy, so I'm speaking on a guy's behalf, but they're packed full of zinc, so it's good for prostate health. But regardless of your gender, you need to be eating more pumpkin seeds for their magnesium, for their zinc, their healthy fats. They're so good for the heart as well. I also add a mix of chia and hemp seeds, which will add a punch of protein, omega-3s, while the oats that I add will provide a slow burning energy to keep you going. So first up, what I'm gonna do is actually get my dates, because it's gonna be a base of dates, and apricots, dried apricots, into my blender, and we'll blitz them until they form a paste. Okay, so when this doesn't blend anymore and it's formed into this amazing paste, we need to mix together our dry ingredients, which consist of some roasted nuts. Today, I'm just using some cashew nuts and some hazelnuts, but whatever roasted nuts you can get your hands on. I'll also add some hemp seeds, chia seeds, some rolled oats, a pinch of salt, and some ground cinnamon. And of course, pumpkin seeds. We're gonna add a generous amount of pumpkin seeds. Now, often I would use homegrown pumpkin seeds. I'm out of that now, so I've got some shop or organic ones. And as I told you, these are so good for us. So once this is all mixed up really well, it's time to get our paste in. And often I'll use my hands to bring everything together. So you just need to work all of the dry mix into that lovely paste, and definitely use a bigger bowl. So when you're eating these bars, a little goes a long way. You don't need much at all. So there's a lot of servings here, and also it will store in the fridge for weeks and weeks to come. So it's a little bit of an investment of your time now, and of course, however much it costs you to get the ingredients. But you will have these bars ready to go whenever you need that little bit of fuel and that goodness. Whether you're going on a bike ride, if you're going to the gym, or you're doing a hike or something like that, these are great. I put them in a little tin or a container and take them on the go. So just spread it evenly throughout your tray. I go for around 2 centimeters thick. All right, that looks good to me. And this is total optional, but what I like to do is drizzle over some really, really good quality dark chocolate. Not chocolate with a load of milk or sugar in, just a real good quality dark chocolate that's good for you. So I'm gonna melt down some chocolate and drizzle lashings over the top. So that looks absolutely divine. It needs to set in the fridge now before you slice it into bars. So my bars were in the fridge overnight. I actually forgot about them, to be honest with you, but they're now ready to be cut into any shape that you like. Maybe cut them into shapes that fit in your container pretty well.
and they can be taken out on your hikes, on your rides, on your walks, or day in the garden, or just, you know, a little snack from time to time. And they do last in the fridge for weeks, so you don't have to eat them all really quick. Just make sure they're in a sealed container. I'm gonna cut mine up now, put them in my little box and take them into the garden, and they'll be a well-earned treat throughout the day. Wow, look at that cross section. You can see every single ingredient inside and they just scream wellness. Oh, yes, can't wait to have one of these in the garden. Let's have a little taste. Beautiful. Remember, if you want the recipe, grab my cookbook Plant to Plate now. Here it goes. Oh, that is actually so delicious. That touch of chocolate at the end just counters the sweetness and the richness of those fruits and the seeds and everything. It doesn't taste like a healthy snack. Really amazing. Don't have too many. Have one of these when you're out doing some work, when you're on your hikes, when you're on your walks. And don't forget how good pumpkin seeds are for you. Okay. So I dropped out of school at age just 16 to become a chef. I had no plan B whatsoever, just this desire to work with food, work in the kitchens, because that's where I felt I belonged. And here I am years later, holding something that was just a thought that has become reality now. This is my new book, Plant to Plate. This book is a way of seeing food differently, a way of working with nature and not against it. Inside you'll learn not only how to cook, but my growing tips, fermentation, foraging, herbalism, preservations, stories from my homestead, and how to truly understand ingredients. So it will mean the absolute world to me if you can support me on this journey by ordering the book. You can pre-order it now and it's out end of May, early June. So please grab a copy. Hopefully it will transform your cooking and your connection to food. Thank you.